there, beautiful people, how are you all doing today? It's your boy Stoic Sabio, aka Sabio, aka your favorite Mexican. And boy oh boy, today we got some huge news. We finally get the episode synopsis, the episode summaries, whatever you want to call them, for episode 216 all the way to 218. And the reason why I'm so excited for these episodes, you manga readers know why, is because this is peak Boruto. This is the climax of this arc. Credits to Organic Dinosaur on Twitter, and yeah, without further ado, let's get into these amazing summaries. Starting off with episode 216, it's titled Sacrifice, and it'll be airing September 19th. In order to carry out their decisive battle, Boruto drags Isshiki into another dimension. Later on, Naruto and Sasuke also vanish into that dimension. The three of them have been entrusted to fight for the sake of protecting the village and Kawaki, despite Ishiki's powers being on another level. The ones who have been left in the village can only hope for their repatriation, or repatriation, I don't know how to say it. Meanwhile, Amado, one of the top brass of Kara, mentions something in front of Shikamaru Nara, Kawaki, and the others who have remained. Boruto definitely holds the key to this battle, but what is the meaning of those words? Okay. By the looks of it, this will be adapting the ending of chapter 49, which is Boruto essentially taking Isshiki and the others to this dimension, to this new dimension. Then it will transition to chapter 50 and yeah, adapt all of that. And then chapter 51 is titled Sacrifice, like the name of the episode. And my guess is that it's only gonna adapt around half of it, considering the synopsis for the next episode. But yeah, I feel like it's gonna adapt like most of it or half of it, and what's left is gonna be most likely on the next episode. And now episode 217 is gonna be titled Resolve, and it will be airing September 26th. And boy oh boy, this is the big episode. This is the one that a lot of us have been waiting for, including me. This is my most anticipated Boruto episode thus far, in my opinion though. So this is the summary for this episode. Naruto and Sasuke have been fiercely fighting in vain. They've been driven into a corner by Isshiki. In order to break the deadlock in their situation, Boruto even attempts to bargain with his own resolve and preparedness to die. That part is most of chapter 51, so it's gonna be interesting that they're still gonna adapt part of it, but we'll see. But in the end, the tactic fails as well. He thinks that they have no other means to oppose Isshiki. But at that moment, Naruto emits an amazing and intense chakra while standing back up. The tailed beast, Kurama the Kyuubi, states, "This is the ultimate last resort and trump card. In exchange for a massive indemnification, Naruto will gain an immense power." Oh baby! And so Naruto begins his counter-offensive against Isshiki. As Naruto completely overwhelms Isshiki, he's able to dramatically reverse the predicament. But then, oh yes, gets in! Yes! Now, two things going into this episode that I find very interesting. First of all, the animation. The animation is gonna be god tier. I feel like it just has to be. And I know that you guys are still worried about the whole Isshiki and Cash and Koji situation. That many leakers said that the animation was gonna be great, but it ended up being not that great. But trust me, this one it's baryon mode. It has to be good. Today also the anime staff working on this episode was released. And let me tell you, it's the main studio Perio, however you say it. It's gonna be an in-house episode, so you already know it's gonna be a banger. And there's rumors that Yamashita is gonna be directing this episode, even though it's not stated directly. It's rumored that he's gonna be not credited for this episode like he was for episode 189. If you guys do not know who this guy is, he's the anime director that directed Madara vs Shinobi Alliance, Kakashi vs Obito, and Kawaki vs Garo, Boruto episode 189. So those are absolute bangers. If he comes back, and since it's in-house, this episode will be ridiculous. If that's true, of course, take it with a grain of salt, but I feel like it might be true considering the magnitude of this episode. There's one thing that is very worrying here. As you guys know, the battle with Naruto and Isshiki in the manga is very short. It doesn't even take the entirety of a chapter. I think it's like 3/4 of a chapter, somewhere around that line. And what worries me is that it's gonna start off, by the looks of it, it says here that Boruto even attempts to bargain with his own resolve preparedness to die. That was in chapter 51, and not gonna lie, that was most of the chapter, and that was at the start of chapter 51 as well. The rest of the chapter was just Amado just talking more and more, and hopefully they put that in the previous episode, just like a little rearranged. That would be my guess, because If not, it's gonna adapt like half of 51, then all of 52, and all of 53. And I say all of 53 because the next chapter summary, it starts off with them implying that Ishiki is already defeated, and all of chapter 53 is Ishiki getting defeated. So they will be adapting damn near 3 chapters, which scares me because I do not want the fight to be so short, since if all this information and all this content is gonna be comprised into one single episode, it doesn't leave much room for Naruto versus Ishiki, so that's kind of worrying. I'm hoping that they add more scenes and just make it all better like they did with the Jigen fight. They added more stuff and it was great, man. I really hope that that's the case, but don't get your hopes up on that particular thing. Don't get your hopes up that this is gonna be a long battle. I would expect a short battle just for now, just to play it safe. If I had to guess how much time this fight is gonna take of that episode, I would guess, since in the manga this fight is like half the length of Jigen versus Naruto and Sasuke. The episode was 2 parts: Jigen in his normal state, and then Jigen with a curse mark, and they, you know, they turn into the Susanoo and Kurama and all that. If I had to guess, I feel like it's gonna be like half of that fight, so like either part 1 or part 2, like that duration, or like Kakashi versus Obito, like that duration. That's what I feel like. I may be completely wrong, and I hope I am. I hope I'm completely wrong, because I want to see more action. I want to see more scenes added, because I bet the animation is gonna be stellar, amazing, god tier, and the content itself is legendary, so I want to see more of it. I want to see a good amount of it, you know. But yeah, on to the next chapter summary. And like I was talking about right here, Boruto episode 218 will be titled Partner, and it's gonna be released October 3rd. So as you can see, the start here says Naruto and his team are exhausted from battling Isshiki, but suddenly in front of their eyes, Boruto attacks Sasuke. Oh my god, bro, that's gonna be an amazing anime. Onlys are gonna lose their shit. In my manga reaction, I couldn't even believe it. But as I was saying, if you look at these first 2 sentences, Naruto and his team are exhausted from battling Isshiki, so it's implied here that the fight's over already. All of chapter 53 is them still fighting Isshiki, and all of chapter 52 is Naruto versus Isshiki, and half of chapter 51 is Boruto attempting to do something against Isshiki. So it damn near feels like they're cramming 2.5 episodes on the previous episode. It's just crazy, because Boruto attacking Sasuke is how chapter 53 ends, literally the last panel, which means that the rest of this summary is gonna be chapter 54, which is crazy. Damn, they're adapting a lot. Anyways, let me go back to reading this. Momoshiki has hijacked Boruto's consciousness and now stands in front of them as their enemy. Kawaki frantically calls out for Boruto to regain his consciousness, but Kawaki's voice cannot get through to him. Then Sasuke informs Kawaki about a method for Boruto to regain his consciousness, and so Kawaki plans an all-or-nothing strategy to unleash an ninjutsu that he learned in order to save Boruto. Meanwhile, Naruto gives a sidelong glance at Kawaki and the others fighting to the death within his own hazy consciousness. Naruto and Kurama calmly talk to each other, one another, reminiscing about their former days together. Yo, that's gonna hit so hard. No! Yo, that's gonna, oh my goodness, that's gonna be a legendary, iconic, historic episode, man. Hopefully, and I really hope that they expand more on this scene, because in the manga it was so short, so quick. It didn't hit, you know? It didn't hit as hard as it should have. And what scares me is that if they're going at the speed that they have been adapting the other chapters, they might just end it off with, you know, that scene. I'm not gonna like spoil it for you guys, but that they might just end it off with Naruto and Kurama with their whole scene. Hopefully they do that scene, and then they do an extra episode like an anime only, and they just fill it with flashbacks and moments together and them talking, and that would be highly appreciated. And then they just end it off with the main thing, you know, and it would make it even better, because on October 10th, the day that episode would get released, it would be Naruto's birthday. Oh my goodness, you have the perfect plan right there. So this is a little bit funny. As I was editing this video, Organic Dinosaur just released a tweet, which is the title for episode 219 that is airing on Naruto's birthday. The title is Returning, which most likely aligns with that of chapter 55 when they go back to the village. So by the looks of it, there won't be a special like anime only episode for Kurama and Naruto. As long as they expand on it and make a bigger scene of it, I'm cool for it, man. That's all I want. Just more music, more emotion, more visuals, all of that. Anyway, let's go back to the video. Please, come on, Boruto anime, please expand more on that scene. Don't just leave it short like the manga did. I want some amazing music, fucking sadness and sorrow playing. I just want, oh, beautiful animation. Please, please. So those were the spoiler summaries for episode 16 all the way to 18. And man, I'm excited. It's a great time to be a Boruto fan. This is gonna be trending all over the fucking world. If it doesn't, then I'm gonna be very disappointed, because it should. The animation, judging by the studios and the people working on it, seems like it's gonna be great all around. Don't worry, I don't think they'll do another Isshiki versus Cash and Koji. If you think about it, it makes sense why the animation was how it was. Think about it, seeing these summaries, and for those manga readers, seeing what's gonna happen on these couple of episodes, don't you think that the studio would rather animate these better and sacrifice that episode for this content right here? Because I think it makes sense, since it's back to back to back. Like, it just goes down, it's constant action. I don't think the animation could be top tier for so many episodes, you know, especially since 217 is here, because 217, that episode, I feel like it's gonna be ridiculously good. I feel like everything's gonna go into that episode, the budget, the animation, it's just gonna go crazy. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I don't usually do these type of videos, but these were mega spoilers. It's amazing news, man. This is gonna be peak Boruto. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will be reacting to all of these episodes, so don't miss those. And hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, maybe leave a little comment, whatever you want to do. It's cool. It's been your boy Stoic Sabio. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. And I'm out. Peace.